Welcome back to episode 8 of Animal Whisper Challenge here on Zielonka map. Left last episode, we were talking about buying more land. We'd just gotten down our fourth pigsty. Um, I'm still going to buy some land. I just kind of got a few other changes, and it has to do with some of the used stuff that's in the market. Supposed to be able to deliver eggs. I think this is the canning factory. Let's see if they'll take them. Yeah. So what we got in the used market right now, I've talked about getting a new tractor, new used tractor, and a bigger slurry tank. We actually have both of them right now. So I kind of think it's time to go ahead and upgrade it. Especially we need this. I don't know how often this will come on the market, and with this you need 225 horsepower. We just don't have that with our fence, so we're going to need a bigger tractor. Now we could probably wait. There's always seems like there's tractors on the market, but this one seems like the way to go. uh, I think we will upgrade it though to put the full to max the engine, get the full 302 horsepower out of it while we're doing it. And then of course we'll have to fix it eventually. I don't know. We might wait a few little while before we fix it, but I think it just makes sense to do that right now because we've got four tanks, four pigsties that are producing slurry. It it also just takes so long to fertilize with the slurry one that we have right now, so I think we'll do that. But I think we're gonna grab all these eggs, get them sold, even though it's June. We're not getting as high a price as we would if it was November, but I think do that. Um, we are still gonna try and buy one field. There's a field of wheat coming up. We might not do that this month. I think we're gonna have one batch of pigs that's gonna be ready to sell by then. We might wait and use that money. So I think that's probably what we'll do. Um, I should probably go check on my combine. I do have the combine going as it's harvest season for our barley. Let's go ahead and grab this. And one of the things I think I want to do is I want to buy this piece of land too, number 6. I think this is going to be our where we put down our yard. We need to start getting a place to put all of our equipment, tractors. I want a silo eventually. Um, I don't know if we'll move our buying station over here or not. Maybe. Just be nice to get a nice big area. I'm tired of just we got it scattered everywhere. I'd like to get a bale storage, pallet storage, so we can start putting our eggs inside there instead of just leave them along the field. This is going to be the field that we're looking to buy as well. Like I said, it's got wheat in it, but it goes along with our 13. Once we get 11, we can just plow all these together, make one big field up there. So that's kind of the plan for now. Get this out of the way. We'll go back and sell those other eggs. And I don't know if I'll sell one of these smaller fence right now or not. I may keep them for a little while. They're not really costing us much money, and if we run into a snag where we need some quick cash, feed for that month, maybe we part with one. Eventually, I'd like to get rid of both of them and go to two bigger tractors like that new case that we're gonna get. possibly even one that's slightly bigger than that. The beauty of that case one is it will take a loader attachment, so if we need a loader later on, we could put a loader on it. So just doing a great job of driving starting today, aren't I? We'll get this back home, and then we'll buy that equipment, run down and grab it, bring it home, and by then they should have that field of barley done, and we can try out the new spreader, see how it compares to our older one. Our older one was fine, it just lots of trips. This one I think holds 18,000 liters, our other one only was 7, so we're getting, you know, 2.5 times as much and a much larger spread. So get this guy moved over. Well, let's dump it. We'll get him moved over to another field. I've also kind of decided that probably this area maybe is where I'm going to start trying to buy for our sheep pens, and maybe our cattle will be over here. That kind of keeps everything fairly close. Do the sheep and goats over here, the cattle over here, to get through the rest of this series. And we might dip down in here to get fields for silage and that to feed the cattle. We'll have to see, but I think with the that next field and possibly buying that number 11 and combining all them, we might be close to just what we need for the chickens if we don't start converting any of these to grass. We'll have to wait and see. But I think I mentioned this too. It's nice having this combine now instead of having to lease. And the bigger head. It's just I know it's still a cheap combine, but it's much better than what we were leasing before. So pretty happy with that purchase. So yeah, I don't like the green wheels, I can tell you that. Go with white. Maybe change tires out. Midas. Let's see here. And put the bigger engine in it. Like I said, I want the biggest. It's going to end up being $130,000, but we got 302 horsepower right now, so that's going to be a much better deal. And then this, let's see. Yeah, I don't think I need to do much to it. But much wider width than what we had before, and the 18,000. So we're going to buy that as well. Yeah, this is much bigger tanker. And eventually when we get cattle, we're going to have even more slurry coming in, so gonna need a way to get it out of there. But so far the challenge is going pretty good. With the pigs now going, and the chickens are going good. The biggest thing is just dealing with the monotony of harvesting these crops and replanting them and everything. It's kind of a pain. I mean, we're already in year 10 here, according to the little chart. So, you know, we're just kind of going through seasons, but it takes roughly 3 hours to plant everything, plant it, fertilize it, and weed it. So it's kind of a pain right now. I better turn my HUD back on, see what my options are with this thing. We do have the old slurry tank over here. I'll probably end up selling that. I know we only used it one season, but the other thing I like about slurry, which I didn't really know, but you get that double application, which is kind of nice. I mean, not only is slurry cheap, but to be able to double apply it makes it really nice as well. Let's go ahead and throw this on. I think I've got it double on, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh no, this slurry head you do have to lower. Well, why didn't it turn on? Never easy. There you go. Yeah, this one doesn't make quite the mess that the other one. The other one really slings it out, and you don't have to lower the head, but definitely like the width. The one thing I don't like still is applying slurry compared to fertilizer is the 5 miles an hour. But like I said, you're putting down a double application, so technically you're only doing this once. I believe when I did this before, it took me six trips with the other wagon, so we should be able to do this in 2, maybe 3 trips. Oh, let's see here. I also think we can buy slurry cheaper than fertilizer, just in case we don't have enough if our fields kind of get ahead of our pens here. Which I'm not sure which is gonna get ahead of which. But I know slurry's super cheap. So our pigs, but we do have one more set that's going to come due here in 2 months, I believe. It'll be August. We'll have another 133,000 we can sell off. That's probably when we'll buy that wheat field, because it'll be ready to harvest then. We'll buy that wheat field with that money. We'll probably use the money we have right here. We've got to buy a bunch of pig feed. We're out of pig feed, and with 4 of them, you're talking at least 100,000, if not more, to buy all that. I think we can stop there. I'm gonna have to do this end anyway, looks of it. I think I'm gonna run over there. We do need to empty that harvester. if I can even get it to fit. Looks like this one's pretty full. Should have dumped it, but we'll pick up a little bit of it. I wish there was a way you could do away with this creek too. I combine these two fields, but unfortunately I don't think there's anything we could do there. And I could probably come in here and plow a little closer to that creek stream, but I've just found that it kind of gets glitchy then when using AI workers. So I'm probably better off just leaving that. Combine this field with that field next to it if we want to combine with something. Yeah, this tractor is just such a pooch with this thing full. It struggles for sure. So, and I don't know which one of these I'd get rid of. This one's got a few more hours. It'd probably be this one, I guess, is the tractor I'd get rid of. And like I said, we'll probably slowly do that over time if I don't need the money. It is nice having 3 tractors if we can. 2's kind of a necessity at this point to keep my sanity. There is times when 3 comes in handy, so. Let's just go up here to maybe the middle one. I can't remember which ones I have filled yet. And of course he's about full again because we didn't empty him. But we should be able to empty him now, no problems. One bad thing about this smaller combine with the bigger header is you've got to be pretty close with the wagon. It's hard to do with him in motion. It's almost better just to get him to stop and fill it up the wagon. You know, like with the harvesters that are supposed to have that big of a header, they tend to have longer pipes or the option for a longer pipe. So get this all filled. I think I'm gonna run over here and buy that. And while this is saving, I'm going to shut the save off. Because we're going to buy this number 6. Like I said, this is what we're going to build our home place on. Now, the thing that kind of sucks is it's currently got a bunch of corn on it. We got no way to harvest it, no use for it, so we're just going to kind of do away with it. I'm probably just going to, I don't know, slowly work my way across, maybe put down either concrete or gravel. Let's see. What do I feel like? Asphalt would be a good option. I tend to use gravel a lot. Might be a little big. Let's go smaller. See if I can do this without making a huge mess. do it all right now, I guess. It's just... something like this. I'm using Perfect Edge mod to kind of keep my lines nice and straight. So there we go. Got a nice yard area started. Not sure what all that cost us in expenses, but let's see here. One of the things I want to put down, Ben's sleeping up on Walter's porch. There did come out a mod the other day for these hobo kits, so I can put down just a little cheapo house. I do think I want to customize it, different color, maybe like a silver. And I think we'll flip it around here. It doesn't matter exactly where we put it, just something like that'll work. Yeah. Like I say, the other big investment I wanted to put down, there's a couple things I want to put down. One of them is a storage. Remember if it's under container or silos. Silos. Put this down. This would be some bale storage for us. Bale and pallets, so we can start putting the eggs in it. I don't know how much room. I don't need a ton of room in between it and the pigsties. I think that would probably be good. Now that went out quite a ways, but I guess it didn't end up in the field, so that's probably fine. The other thing I'd like to put up is our workshop that, I think it's under tools, that we always use. This one, we're using it on the Survive series, but it's a staffed workshop. It is expensive monthly. It costs us $4,000 a month, so we're probably looking at close to $6,000 a month in expenses with all our stuff. But we're starting to get enough equipment that it makes sense. For $4,000 it will fix our equipment. When we pull up here, it fixes it and it washes them off, so it probably makes sense to start doing this. I mean, we got 3 tractors, a combine, other equipment. I know it is going to be $48,000 a year for this, but I think it makes sense. So I think we'll just put it down over here, away from the house a ways. Slap that down. We do need a silo. I'll probably wait just a little bit on it, see how far we get with this. Like I said, we do need to buy a bunch of pig feed. And I could buy a bunch of pig feed too and start stocking up, putting it in this too. That's the beauty of it. So I think we're about full again, aren't we? It was done again. This all unloaded, get him on another field. Yeah, it's so much quicker, this combine compared to our other one, where you kind of go through the fields a lot quicker. I think I mentioned I am getting a new trailer. I'm probably going to get that TARDIS with the kind of the unrealistic capacity, the 200K, and we may buy that this episode as well. Just go ahead and get it bought. Treat it like our silo for now too. Like I said, we are going to start using that. And I don't know if I should be splitting these crops up. You know, I kind of go barley because it's the cheapest and best for the chickens, but even maybe splitting up the harvest dates instead of all of them coming due in June. Maybe have a few of them come due in July. First off, to spread out the work, but also, you know, if we start running into capacity issues, um, we do use about over 10,000 liters of barley a day between the three coops, so that would essentially buy us, you know, that's about a half a field. That field he's on right now, it's probably half that field, so it would buy us a little bit of time. So on some of these smaller fields, if maybe if we just went in and all the smallest fields, left them for planted them a month later so they didn't come due till July, that might make sense. So the way it is now, I mean, June is a super long month. We do a lot of, we have to do a lot of work in June just to get prepped. Between harvesting, I fertilize again. It's also, if we need to sell eggs, we sell eggs. I also, all these bins get filled up. It's kind of been when the pig has been empty too, so we got a lot of buying to do there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna look, let's make sure there's not a used one of them TARDIS trailers. Haven't really been looking. No. Yeah, this one right here, I think we're gonna buy. And like I said, we're gonna go with the XL capacity, bump it up. 35 grand. I use these on pretty much all my series just for convenience. I do think we'll run over, take this trailer back over to the new workshop, get it cleaned up. We'll take it down. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna sell it, but let's just leave it over here. Go grab that new one. But yeah, if you've never seen this mod, what it does is you can see the damage just has 6% damage and 80% dirt. It's kind of a randomizer, and I might be too close to the trigger there. I know the trailer's getting cleaned off, so it's at 60% dirt. Now it's down to 50. The longer you leave it, they just keep cleaning it. Yeah, the tractor I must need to back up a little. Yeah, so it's already fixed that 6%. It's knocking the dirt off of it. This is down to 20% dirt. Basically just, it's a nice way of getting your equipment fixed, get it cleaned up so it looks good every day. yes, it's like I said, it is expensive. You're spending $48,000 a year to run that, but personally, I think it's worth it. I don't have to run down to the shop. You could buy a mechanic mod, uh, but if I didn't have that, I would never clean my equipment. I don't think just sitting there spraying them all off every day is kind of a pain. This way, I can, when I'm done with them for the day, I can run it by there for a few seconds, minute, then go park them. So it looks good too, cleaned all up. I know we need to get that green pallet wagon in front of it. That thing's just nasty. Get it all cleaned up. Let's go ahead and we do want to repaint it. I know you get a little bit extra back. Okay. Take this one back. Let's get the cover open on it. Of course he's full. Yeah, that, I think we're back on track now. Probably going to buy one or two more pieces of ground for crops, like I said, right around us. We'll buy that field 12 that has the wheat. We'll get that bought before in August once we sell the pigs, get the wheat off of it. But then we're going to start progressing into the next few fields we buy is going to be down here, like I said, and we're going to start planting grass on them because meadows are screwed up right now. So we're going to plant grass before we put down our sheep and cattle pens. And I think the next episode we're going to be ready to start rocking and rolling into sheep. It might be about a year from now, 6 months or whatever, but we're gonna get involved with sheep, start putting down that, kind of see how that's gonna go. I haven't figured out if we're going to have a second field that can provide us with some hay, because they are going to need hay through the winter, or if we're going to buy that. I don't know whether to get the sheep first or start off with a hay field. If you have some thoughts, maybe leave that in a comment below. But for now, I think that'll do that for this episode. Next episode, we'll be on to sheep, have a little bit more land, and I think we can go through sheep and goats fairly quickly as we work our way into cattle. But if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.